I hope you guys are doing well this Thursday. We have a 4 day, some of us 5 day weekend. But I was mentioning triggers earlier today, and I just wanted to come and share a couple of things that I'm seeing. And I'm also sensing some things, right? And some of these things we can prepare for. And the reason why I say limit, now I don't know what this is doing on my laptop. The reason why I'm saying limit your triggers is this. Those of us that are of African American descent or black people, because some people are not from America, but you are black. And this is Black History Month, as we all know. And so there are a lot of things going on right now that are stir up us in all kinds of ways. And by this being the beginning of the new year, this is February. We're coming into the middle of February. I still want to say this. We're not too far from the holidays. So there's a lot of people that are still processing things from December. And then December 31st, January 1st. So I know that there's a lot of people dealing with mental and emotional stuff, trauma. So besides our own personal things that we're dealing with in our own lives, as a collective body, we are also dealing with some very disrespectful, some very dishonorable things. And I'm on two platforms, so this is why I'm looking at both cameras, because I just felt the need to share this because it came up for me, and I know that I'm not the only one dealing with a lot right now. This is an exciting time to be alive. I want to say that first. And then I also want to bring up the fact that there are some things we are in control of. There are some things that we can control, right? But then there are other things that are completely out of our hands. And here is where we have to be very, very careful about what we're doing in this month, especially it being the first quarter of the year. Now, I'm going to say that there are natural reasons and then there are supernatural reasons why we want to, as much as possible, limit our triggers. We want to limit our triggers because people and things that are out of our control that are going to be used by the adversarial energy. Some people know him as the devil. Some people call him other cultures. But I'm going to promise you this. Everything that is evil or twisted, and I don't care if it smiles or if it attempts to show some form of kindness and it has this string attached to it that's not a righteous string. These are all coming from the adversary. And they are sent to not just trigger you, not to just cause anxiety or frustration, agitation, emotional disturbance, but they're also setting you up for a trap, to trap you in one way or another. And the Bible calls these things snares, snares of the fowler, offenses. And here is what offenses will do to you if you actually keep them, if you hold on to them. And then snares are when you actually fall into the offense and you start engaging or giving your attention, your words, your mind energy into these people or even these situations, because some of it is situations. It's situations and circumstances. For instance, when you see something come across your feed on social media, that's a bit disturbing. If you start engaging with that thing, you're not just being triggered, you are actually being pulled into a snare. And what that is doing is robbing you of your soul and your spirit energy, and it's also doing other things. It's bringing other forces onto your path into your day. Besides you being robbed of your energy and your attention, you're supposed to be giving to something or somewhere else. So as much as possible, it's important for us in this month, especially people of African descent, Black people, it's really important to not engage with certain things. Like there is a special person on YouTube that wants my attention, but I'm not going to give it to them. I saw a couple of things, and all I can tell you is I'll pray for you. And the Lord will definitely be there to touch your circumstances and help you understand some things that I won't make time to explain to you. But there are things that we have to process, things that are necessary for us to put our time and energy in so that we can make room, protect our energy, build up our energy for worthwhile and worthy people, situations, and circumstances. And so if you know that there are people that drain your energy, there are issues that drain your energy, do not go to those places. Do not turn on those things. If it's something like the news, don't watch it in the morning. Now, some of us know this, but some people have created habits and they just automatically do these things. But do not watch the news in the morning or in the evening. If you have to go out to work, listen to the radio, but don't watch it. Listen to or even look on an app to get the information that you might need. If it's traffic or something like that. If it's something that has to do with your livelihood, a state you're living in, a city you're living in, limit your availability to hear or see things that's going to disturb you. Because there are things that are set up every day in this month particularly that is set to drain you, to confuse you, to stress you out, to wear you out, to tick you off. And it's our job to be in control of our energy, our attention, our emotions, our physical actions that we're taking. Places like the wash house, the grocery store, where there is potential for triggers, or I'm going to say confrontations with people that you don't know. You want to think about the time frame. What time is going to be best for you to go? Maybe very, very early in the morning. Could be later on in the evening. But if you know that you have been at work all day, or that you're dealing with a lot of pressing things and you haven't had a chance to process, people, we know what's going on with us, even if we are not verbalizing it or can't verbalize it or don't feel like it. Do not go to the store right after work when you know everybody and their mother and their grandmother and their auntie is going to be in there. If it's the wash house and you don't have a laundry, or you have too much to wash at home, do not go to the laundromat at specific times where there's going to be tons and tons of people, because there could be somebody else in there that's extremely tired or dealing with something else, and somebody might bump somebody passing them, or somebody's trying to put something in the washing machine or put it in the dryer. And then I'm just sharing those things. When you're driving, if somebody honks at you or somebody almost hits you, take a few deep breaths. If somebody flips you off, put up the peace sign. Don't engage, because it's not necessary. And it's a setup for you to waste your energy and to drain your focus and to throw you off, so that you won't be in the highest vibration to connect to the people, the things, to get to the places. And when I'm saying places, I'm not only talking about a physical location. I'm talking about a state of being, places of peace and joy. Your highest frequency is going to connect you to people and conditions that's going to be more desirable for you. If you've been working on some things, if you've been praying about some things, and you're working to see good things come to life, benefits to your efforts, to your life, then I'm going to strongly suggest again, be aware of these things, because we can hear this, we can know this, and then walk into a trap and then get all caught up in a snare, thrown off, and it'll end up costing us something. And this is how the adversary uses people or situations to rob us, whether it's physically or intangibly, right? And so I believe that even if you need to put a sticky note up to just say, I'm not tripping this season. I'm not tripping. I will not get upset. I have an affirmation that I actually say, because I've been delivered from a spirit of rage. And one of the things that has been really helping me is not just praying, but programming myself. And I'm going to share just some of the things that I've been guided to say. And some of these things are Bible based, and some of them come from a couple of mentors. Some of them are no longer here, but they created these statements to help themselves, and they started sharing them with other people, and they have just been really, really beneficial. So one of the things that I say is, I'm quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. And I work to say these things before I go outside, or before I pick up a phone, before I'm about to engage with other humans. Another thing I say is, I will not allow myself to become agitated, upset, disturbed, confused, anxious, fearful, or dismayed by anyone or anything. So those are Bible-based affirmations, declarations, whatever you want to call them. Another thing that I say, and this is for people that's processing or healing or dealing with different things that have happened to them, whether it was betrayal, dishonor, disrespect. Hey, Jessica. Here is another thing that I say. Now, some people, you can actually put this as a prayer, or you can make it as an affirmation or a confession, either one. But all that has offended me, I forgive. Within and without, I forgive. Things past, things present, things future, I forgive. I absolutely and totally forgive everyone. I am free, and they are free too. All things are being cleared up between us now and forever. So that's an affirmation that I would definitely invite all of the brothers and sisters to say. Because this is just one of those more sensitive months where we start seeing different posts of things that we didn't know, that happened to our people, things that we do know of. It's like picking a deep scab all over again, right? Some things that are still being delayed concerning retribution or recompense. And then you have some people that are popping up and that are saying different things as if, get over it, everybody has something, all lives matter, and whatever it is, right? Those things are offensive, but we cannot afford to be offended right now. There's a lot of progress that we need to make in our families, in our businesses, with school, with our own health, with our own personal growth. And we need energy for that. Those things all take energy and time. And if we're wasting it instead of investing it, like I don't spend time, money, or energy or I don't use the word spend because of the meaning of it. I either invest, give, use, or save. That's what I do with time, money, energy, skills, gifts, whatever. That's what I do, because I also no longer budget. I have a financial plan. And so that's what I say. I do weekly financial plans. I don't do weekly budgets because I have a new relationship with money and credit. So I have a new conversation and even a new or a better way to talk about money, using money, time, energy, credit, or whatever. So that's just something that has been helping me to have a new reality or a higher state of being concerning what I'm doing with my life. And so I just was really impressed to come and share these things because I'm seeing a lot and I'm hearing a lot, and I'm concerned, right? But I also am in prayer for all of us. And one of the reasons I definitely guard my life and work to keep my heart pure, not perfect, because I'm not perfect, but pure, is so that when I'm praying, or even when I declare or decree something, time collapses. And it happens faster. So be looking for those things, you over there, to come and touch your circumstances this weekend even. But the thing about good men, and I want to just say this really, really quick, because I've been on here a little bit longer than I had planned. I need to get back to work. But good men this month, ladies. And you men also definitely take this to heart. But I want to say this to the ladies. Be careful of good men this month, especially you single ladies. Now, I'm really mainly talking to you single ladies. You women that are either married or in situations, you should not be paying attention to this part, because I'm mainly talking to single women here. Be careful about good men, because good men can cross you up and still cost you. I've learned a lot of different things about men over the last 40 years, right? And I'm going to say this. Some of the most religious men have been the most damaging in my life. Those that have claimed to know God, a nice amount that have even been in the pulpit, wear the collar and those type of things. Be very careful about them. Meaning, keep your guard up, and for me, kingdom men, which They're different than religious men. I might share more about that, if not this weekend, sometime next week. But kingdom men are going to represent a certain type of character. There are certain things that they will do, certain things that they won't do, certain things that they will say, certain things that they won't say. Be careful about accepting gifts from good men. If you don't know the Lord, this is the time to get to know the Lord and to seek him first, according to Matthew 6:33. If you have a need in your life, he is the one that is able to meet your needs. He's able to provide naturally, tangibly, and intangibly for the things that you need while you are healing and growing and becoming the woman that's going to be suitable for a kingdom man. And the reason why I say kingdom is you'll be able to trust that man. You won't have to be concerned with being abused, exploited, manipulated, or snared by the wrong type of relationship because you've been single for a while, or someone that looks good, smells good, and talks good comes along and then traps you up and puts you in a position where the adversary starts gaining ground, or you're making room for him and you don't even know it because you think you're dealing with a good man, even if he's claiming to be a God man, because there are different types of gods in the world. Every God is not the living God. And then every man that is claiming Jesus, it doesn't mean he is obeying Jesus. And there's different ways that you can test those things out. But for the most part, just stay on guard. Keep your guards up, especially if you're working on some things, because you don't want to be sidetracked or thrown off because you think that you have met a good man. All right, well, that's all I wanted to share, and I hope you guys are excited about the 4-day weekend. I am. I got a lot of work to do, but I'm still super excited because we're making good progress with advancing the kingdom and destroying the works of darkness, keeping our peace and not allowing the adversary to steal it or to drain us because of the pawns he uses. Let useless, senseless people be who and what they are. And then let the Lord touch their circumstances if they want to attempt to speak, open their mouths, or let their tongues come against you in any way, fashion, shape, or form. They will eat the words that come from their mouth, or what it is that they type with their hands. All right. I will see you guys sometime soon. Peace. Peace.